morning. Steve Frayne in Chicago with the morning grain comments. We've got beans up 7 cents, oil's gaining on meal, corn's unchanged, Chicago wheat's up 2 cents, KC's down a penny, and Minneapolis is up 3 cents. Again, some of the headlines overnight, I think the market is watching the higher crude oil market because of talk about OPEC might cut production in next week's meetings. Soybean oil is following crude oil, and palm oil is following soybean oil. We also note that in the bean market, continued concern about Argentina weather. It's going to remain dry down there. Conditions in Brazil are mostly favorable, so some people feel that the higher Brazil crop could, for now, offset the lower Argentina potential crop, and that China demand may be less than what the USDA is expecting. Still watching the results as far as what's going on in China, as far as protests against the strict COVID policy. China did send out the police to try to stop or reduce the protests which occurred. But again, we're just watching pretty closely as to what China's imports going to be with the increased lockdowns. We also note that here in the U.S., December 9th is the deadline for a railroad strike. The unions want better working conditions, more vacation time, and higher wages. 20% of the GDP could be affected by a railroad strike. 7 million travelers use trains to commute to work. And we're looking at possibility of the GDP losing $2 billion per day if there is a strike. From a weather standpoint, looks like Europe and the Black Sea will be dry with colder temperatures moving in. Here in the U.S., Southern Plains is dry. Rains are in the PNW, the Delta, and the Southeast. And the 10-day forecast at the end of the 10 days moves some colder temps into the U.S. Still not a lot of rain for the Mississippi River, which continues to slow barge traffic and puts even more importance on the railroad strike. We also note outside markets still wondering what the Fed's going to do as far as increasing interest rates and if their potential of trying to get inflation down to 2% is still something that's in the cards, and how that'll impact the U.S. dollar and the U.S. economy, and just overall, does that put us into a recession? As far as the grains are concerned, a lot of people feel that at this 1465 area, there's a lot of resistance in the marketplace. Argentina started a new soy peso, paying 230 pesos for the beans. Farmers, though, are not selling because of the dry conditions. We also note that Ukraine corn export prices are below U.S., so is Brazil. We're losing market share there. And the wheat, Russia's wheat is cheaper than U.S., although soft wheat has narrowed the gap between French wheat, but hard wheat is still a big premium to German wheat. And anyway, everybody have a good trading day.